Massive Jonathan Aguilar, Pro Boxing fans, joined for the first time in ages by Johnny Nelson. You're back, Sky Sports is back, MVP. First of all, Johnny, how have you been? How's things?
I've been good. I've been able to be a fan and just watch and enjoy from the sidelines for a short while. Sky will probably, well, more likely, we're always in the business, but they're smart and sharp in regards to the decisions they make. So we have to be patient, take time.
Before we get into why we're here today, you've got your podcast up and running on your YouTube channel. It's been going well for you. Tell the fans a bit about it, those who haven't watched.
It's called That Boxing Show with me, Johnny Nelson, of course. But you know what, we talk about loads of stuff. It's not just boxing, and we get to try and get a few stories on from behind the scenes, and it's just nice because we can say how we want it. We'll do our little snippets here. It's just straight talk. So you've got two Yorkshire lads, myself and Andy Nicholson, and Andy used to be play for the Arctic Monkeys. So he's a through and through straight guy. And so when we do the interviews, it's straight questions, and a lot of fighters, and they want to come on. They want to come on the show. So it's pretty good. So we've got quite a lineup set up for this year. So watch this space.
What do you make of the current landscape of broadcasters in boxing? Because looking at it, the Premier League football's on Sky Sports. Unless you have that Sky machine, it's very difficult for people who don't like boxing to know shows even going on. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. I think, listen, Sky has always been the strongest platform out there, regardless of what comes along. It's about longevity. It's about being, making the right moves. And I think in regards to the platforms that are out there, listen, everybody will come. It's always, you can only stay new for so long. You've got to stay fresh, you've got to stay committed, you've got to stay with purpose. And Sky have done that for 40, 50 years. So I get it. You've got Netflix have jumped in the mix. I'm quite sure you'll get Amazon soon. You've got Ring Magazine and everybody. They're all getting in on the app, which is great. It's great for our sport because from an ex-fighter's point of view, I love that because it creates opportunities for all the male and female fighters that are out there to perform and get paid, and I love that. But then you need consistency, and being consistent takes commitment. It takes holding your nerve and holding your pace and holding your position. Sky are great at doing that. And I know there was talk a couple of weeks ago about Wilder and Chisora fighting on Sky, and I thought that'd be brilliant. I thought that'd be brilliant because I know Sky would package it and sell it well, and get the crowds in well. I think they're going to have to work really hard to sell this fight now. The fight will sell, don't get me wrong, but I got a call from Derek a couple of weeks ago, and he knows what the Sky machine's about. And but for one reason or another, it's gone to the zone, which is good. And I'll watch it, I'll enjoy it, and I'll watch it. But you've got to understand, and these broadcasters understand, they've got to show time and commitment. It's the only thing you can't buy. So they've got to stick it out and get into the homes and the mindsets of a nation.
How confident were you that Sky were going to land something? Because you're employed, you need to earn a living. What convinced you to remain with all the uncertainty?
Because they've been around far too long, and I've seen them all come and go. Remember Satanta, Box Nation? They all popped up, and all the noise and all the hullabaloo about, oh my God, they're going to take over X, Y, Z, and you've seen them. History repeats itself over and over again. And Sky, as a business, I think boxing is 2% of Sky's income, so they could drop it in a heartbeat if they wanted to, but they decided not to. Why? Because they understood this business. They understood aspects of our fight game and how it works, and so time tells its own story. That's what they've done. So was I confident? Always been confident. Now Sky have invested in these shows with MVP, where they're given a platform for the talented female fighters, especially in the UK, to show how good they are. Which again is something different. It's new. It's moving with the time. It's understanding, getting it. Because remember, initially, when female fighters got into boxing, what happened is nobody wanted to know. So now you've just got to move with the times. You've got to understand what it's about, and that's what Sky are doing.
When you were there during the Eddie Hearn era, the Matchroom days, the Boxer days, days. How do you reflect back on Ben Shalom and what he did at Sky?
I think Ben Shalom he was given the keys to the kingdom, and the decisions he made were his decisions, and only again time will tell, if he made the right decisions or wrong decisions in regards to that. I think Eddie Hearn and Sky, it was a perfect partnership in my opinion. I've seen him before, when Frank Maloney was involved, Frank Warren was involved. In my opinion, I think the best union I've seen has been Eddie with Sky, but that changes again. So now Sky move on. Sky's a massive machine, and they've got to again build, and they'll do it again and again and again, because that's what they do. That's what they've always done. So that's I don't know where or what Ben Shalom's mindset is. I'm not in that boardroom, but we've got all got to live and learn.
And then obviously here, April 4th, Caroline Dubois against Terri Harper, building up nicely. You obviously did, the gloves are off, I believe it went out yesterday. What do you make of this fight and how it's going to play out?
I think it's a good fight. I think Caroline Dubois, 25 years old, she's turned into a bully that can back it up. So you're going to love her all over, and she knows that, she understands that, she knows what it's about. Terri Harper, at 29 years old, she has the experience, she has the maturity, she's grown up massively, and so she knows this is a tough fight, but she believes that Caroline doesn't have the stamina or the backbone by the back end of a fight. Now, if that's true or false, we'll find out Easter Sunday, but again, it's just waiting to see. But it's a good clash, especially here in the UK. Might not mean anything big stateside, but Caroline got herself known stateside when she boxed on the AJ undercard. So again, she's doing the right thing in regards to making noise each side of the Atlantic.
A couple of other things to ask you. You mentioned Chisora Wilder. I'm sure you would have seen the Simon Jordan beef with Wilder. What did you make of all of that?
I bet it smelled in that studio. He papped himself, man. But Simon Jordan, I've got to give it him. Simon Jordan will ask that uncomfortable question. Simon Jordan will antagonise. Simon Jordan will pick and poke. He has the bottle to do that. He has the courage to do that, and he has the intelligence to do it. So I rate Simon. Where do I think Wilder's coming from? You've got to understand, where Wilder's coming from. He's coming from a country that their attitudes are very, very different. And I mean, he made it a black-white thing, and I hear where he's coming from, because America, in my opinion, it's so fucked up, it's untrue, in regards to that. But where you're in the UK, we're third, fourth generation black here. So you ask me where my parents were from, I'll say Jamaica, Dominica, whatever. In America, there's such a division where young black men are treated in a certain way, in such a disrespectful way. No wonder you're going to have a chip on your shoulder. You're going to think every white man's the same. So I think that anger, that volcano that came from Deontay Wilder, that's from his upbringing, because of where he's from. And that's not like what it is here for most of us. And Simon Jordan, he antagonised a situation where he was constantly asking about Tyson Fury, and if that is the belief from Deontay Wilder that Tyson Fury cheated, he's going to have that chip on his shoulder. He's going to think, look what this guy did, and you guys are backing him up, and it'll trigger you. And so I get it. I get where he came from. But he said to Simon, "Don't ask me. I don't want to talk about him. Let's keep it clean, man." And Simon went there. So it did the rounds, all right. But the job was done.
Do you think, what do you make of when Deontay keeps bringing up about Fury and the gloves and the cheating and things like that? What do you make of that? Is that just a fighter's mentality?
Well, I'll tell you what surprised me. So Tyson Fury's response, he said, "I'm going to pray for him. This guy's troubled." Wilder saying, "Why don't you sue me? If I'm lying, sue me." And he could do, Tyson, if that is the case, and maybe Wilder wants that platform to do that, to have that conversation publicly. I don't know how he'd prove it, how he wouldn't prove it, but he believes that he has the proof. Wait till I do my documentary, you'll see. So that will stand the test of time. We'll see how that goes. So it's just a reaction of both fight is how it is. And if Deontay Wilder believes that, he believes that, and there's nothing. He obviously has something that makes him so sure that is the case. Until we see it, to us it baffles us until we see it. So let's wait and see.
April 11th, Tyson Fury against Makhmudov. What's your thoughts on the fight?
Good fight. I think Tyson Fury should beat Makhmudov. I think Tyson Fury, he's not the fighter he was, but the fighter he is beats 98% of the fighters out there at the moment. He's got to pick and be smart in regards to the opponents he picks for his future fights. And until that time comes, we'll see where he goes. Tyson's in a really strong position where I don't know what his situation is with Queensberry, if he's still under that umbrella. But I think Tyson's in a position where he could say to Frank, because Frank's got all the marbles now, and most of the marbles with the heavyweights, Frank, I want to fight him, I want to fight him. So he could fight for a world title within the next 2 fights, if that was the case. And I'm quite sure Frank could move heaven and earth for that. Why? Because Tyson Fury is the biggest name. Might not be the best fighter, but he's the biggest name.
Is that where you need that Sky platform to build these big stars again?
Yeah, but it's always been the case. That's not being a Sky fanboy. That's fact. That is fact, and that's how it is. And I'm quite sure most of the promoters that are with various other networks understand that. But this is business. So in this business, they've got to make the best of the situations they're in.
2 more. Josh Kelly, obviously becoming world champion. Conor Benn is the guy he wants, or that's been talked about. Simon Jordan actually said that he thinks Kelly would beat up Ben. What's your thoughts on his performance and that fight?
Be a good fight. I think Conor Benn, again, he's not nowhere near the full finished article, but Conor Benn did an amazing job of getting himself called out over there stateside now. Shakur, big fight, look what he did to Teofimo Lopez, then shouted out Conor Benn straight afterwards. If I was Conor Benn, I'd say, listen, if you want to fight me, you come to me. I don't have to negotiate nothing with you. If you're shouting me on your biggest night, you need me more now. You need you. Stick to your guns, Conor. Don't nudge. In regards to Josh Kelly, I think he did a great job. I think he should sit, rest, and think about his next move. I'm really happy for Adam Booth, because Adam Booth is a trainer that again gets his accolades. That's well deserved.
Do you like the Conor Benn fight against Josh Kelly?
Yeah, I do. I do like the fight. So why wouldn't it happen? I don't know. It should happen. I think it'd be a wicked fight. I think Josh Kelly technically is on it, but Conor Benn is relentless. And so which one wins? Thunder or lightning?
Last one. I watched the film Giant, as a lot of people have, obviously about Naz and Brendan. How much of what was in that film was accurate? I'm talking about when the Kevin Kelly fight and the argument that they said happened straight away. How much of what happened in there is accurate?
Well, I can only talk about what I saw, what I was present for. The rest of it, I can only speculate like everybody else, or refer to things that Brendan told me afterwards. Did I enjoy the film? I did. I enjoyed it because it shone a light on Brendan and the amazing man he was. Did it amend itself for this big screen? It did, because certain things were exaggerated or not. Did I think it painted a good picture of Brendan? No, I didn't. I thought Brendan was a lot better and bigger and smarter than they give, but even though he was respectful. And he also did the same for Naz. I thought he showed the nasty side to Naz. Naz can be a nice kid. He's a man now. He can be a nice man. So he just showed one aspect of him. He didn't show all of it.
Cool. Johnny, appreciate your time. April 4th, Dubois against Harper on Sky Sports. Look forward to that, and good to see you again. Good to see you again.
They were in the mix, baby. Wak, wak, wak.